Under the subject Transportation Engineering, we'll cover experiment number 4, which is estimation of flakiness index and elongation index. Basically, this is a shape test for aggregate, and the aim of this practical experiment is to determine flakiness index as well as elongation index for given aggregate sample. When aggregates are used in a road construction, they should be strong enough to resist abrasion load, crushing load as well as impact load. But since flaky or elongated aggregate materials, if they are used in a road construction of a pavement, the pavement may fail because these aggregates will be having property to orient themselves such that least resistance will be offered, and this movement is going to happen due to the repeated loading and vibrations. Hence, it is important that such a flaky and elongated aggregates should be present in an aggregate bulk sample in least percentage. The percentage of such flaky or elongated particles aggregates is represented by flakiness index as well as elongation index. Isolated or individual values of either flakiness index or elongation index should not be more than 15%, whereas combined, that is sum of flakiness as well as elongation index, should not be more than 30%. Then only such aggregates can be utilized for a road construction. The gauges used for shape test, that is a flakiness gauge as well as elongation gauge, which will be demonstrated in coming video.
So we'll cover experiment number 4, which is a shape test. This experiment will be covered in two parts. First we'll be finding out the flakiness index, and then we'll find out the elongation index. Now to find out these two indices, we need to find the particles as per the sieve size. If you check out the manual, the image is being shown to you right now, where the particles has to be belonging to different sieve sizes, less than 10 to 12.5, 12.5, 16 mm, 20 mm sieve, 25 mm, 30 mm and 40 mm sieve sizes are there. So for the sample purpose, I have taken 4 sieve sizes, and I will be have used these 4 sieve sizes. If you are able to see, these are the 4 sieve sizes: 10 mm, 12.5, 16, 20 and 25 mm. So I have done the sieving, and you can just check out. These are the particles. These are the bunches. So this will be 10 to 12.5. One more bunch is there, 12.5 to 16, 16 to 20 and 25 to 20 to 25 mm sizes. Now we will be finding out the flakiness index. Just check out if you are able to view the sieve. This equipment is used to find out the flakiness index. There is slot made for everywhere. This particular slot says that sieve size is 63 to 50 particles should be passed through this. Now I have got the sieve sample size, which belongs to 10 to 12.5 mm. So with respect to 10 mm to 12.5 mm, I will be selecting this sieve size. So with respect to every slot, we are supposed to get at least 200 number of particles, no, 200 number of stones which will be allowed to pass through such sieves, the sieve sizes. Now let us take the example of first category. I will be taking the sample example of 10 to 12.5 sieve size. I will be collecting the particles aggregates from this sieve size and I will try to pass through this. If it is able to pass, I will collect that and separately stack as a passed particle. This way, if it is not able to pass, I will separately stack as an unpassed particle. This way, I will be passing all 200 particles within these sieve sizes. Okay, so we are able to know that out of the sieve size of 10 to 12.5 mm, how many are able to pass through this sieve, and those will be in this category. So first sieve size 10 to 12.5 mm, I am able to get particles which have been passed through this sieve. So passed particles will be small w1 and total weight of all particles will be capital W1 for this particular category. Now let us go with the third category of particles. I am going to take the sample example. Third category belongs to 16 mm sieve to 20 mm. So within this category of stone, these particles are approximately 200 in numbers. I will try to pass this particle. If it is able to pass, I will stack it separately in the passed category. It is not able to pass. So I will be selecting a particle which is able to pass. This way I will be stacking such a particles which are able to pass through this particular size. So likewise, these particles, if they are able to pass, yes, it is able to pass. Okay, I will be stacking all such particles and that weight will be smaller W3 and total weight of all these particles will be capital W3. So for this category of stones, which is a 20 to 25 mm sieve size, I will be again passing the particles through the particular size. Here it is 25 to here it is 25 to 31. If it is able to pass, that will be smaller W4. Okay, and whole weight of particles will be capital W4. Now I have got some sample readings for you. Let us go through the readings. All the particles for first category, which is a 10 to 12.5 mm. Total weight of particles is 0.536 kg. Okay, then passed weight of particles will be merely 0.06. In the second category, the weight of particles is 0.954 total weight, and passed weight of particles is 0.116. In the same way, for third category, total weight of particle is 1.762 and passed particles are 0.394. Okay, all these are smaller W1, smaller W2, smaller W3. Likewise, fourth category, total weight of particle will be 3.204 kg and passed weight of particles will be 0.412. Now, to find out the elongation index, we are going to take the sum of all smaller W1 plus W2 plus W3 plus W4. That smaller W divided by total weight of particle, that is capital W. We are going to find out this ratio, which comes out to be, total weight is, that ratio comes out to be 14.5%. So that means if this whole sample, zoom on this whole sample which is used for road construction, out of these samples around 15%, 14.5% of sample are flaky. So as per the IRC guideline, for bituminous and non-bituminous type of road construction, this flaky percentage particle should not be more than 15%. If it is more than 15%, we have to add some angular particles such that particles, more flaky particles will not be present. More angular particles will be there. So what is the use of this finding this parameter? If such flaky particles are present in a road construction, under the load they tend to break, and if such more particles are there, road will get weakened very fast. Such a flaky particle, if some concentrated load is applied on such particle, it will simply get broken down. So if we check out any angular particle which is solid in shape, then this particle, this aggregate will not be easily getting broken under the application of load. So this is the case for the flakiness index. This is the sieve we have used to find out the flaky particles. Okay, so if you have understood this part, we have completed 50% part of the experiment. Then we will be using the elongation index. We are supposed to find out again elongation index. You can check out, this is the scale in which some values are written, where it is a 50 and 40. That means particles which are passing through 50 and 40 sieve size should be passed through this. Now let us take the case of our particle size which are in between 20 to 25 mm. So this is the case, 20 to 25 mm sieve size particles must be passed through this scale. Okay, so this is the scale 20 to 25. Now for every particle passed through this sieve, I am going to take its longest axis, and if I may, and I am able to check whether this particle is able to pass through this shape or not. If it is able to pass, I will be calculating that as a smaller W4, those particles who are able to pass through. Likewise, I will be trying to force. This way, total weight of particles will be capital W4 and passed particles will be smaller W4. And this is the sample weight, sample readings that I have got from elongation index. Okay, here it is. Here total weight will be same as the previous case because it is with respect to sieve sizes. I will be writing that as it is W1. The capital W2 will be 0.94, the same value. Then 1.762, same value, and W4 will be 3.204. Now, with reference to passed particles, those are the elongated. The weights are 0.182. Then this will be 0.24, then smaller W3 will be 0.46, and smaller W4 will be 0.5. So again same formula, we are going to use smaller W1 plus W2 plus W3 plus W4 divided by weight of all particles, capital W1 to W4. This weight will be coming out to be smaller weight passed 1.382 divided by total weight is 6.456. This elongation index comes out to be 21.5%. Now criteria for selection of such particles is for bituminous and non-bituminous road. If this elongation index is more than 50%, these particles, this aggregate should be rejected. And another, by looking at both the parameters, if sum of both these parameters is not more than 30%, then we can accept these particles as a road construction material. If this sum of both elongation and flakiness index is more than 30%, this sample size, all samples should be rejected. Okay. Now, what is the use of elongation index? Why to find this elongation index? Now you can check out any particle. If it is having elongated shape, it can easily get broken down. So more such particles, if they are present in our sample, the road material is liable to get broken. The road might be getting deteriorated under the application of load. So as a common sense, whatever this road material we have got, there should not be more than 50% flaky particles and there should not be more than 15% elongated particles, and sum of both these elongation index and flakiness index should not be more than 30% for bituminous and non-bituminous road construction. Now these are the two gauges we have used. This is for elongation index and this will be used for flakiness index. Both tests will be combinedly called as a shape test of aggregates. Right now we have covered all 4 experiments related with the aggregates. Okay, thank you.